Live from KSAT12, the news at noon starts right now.
What investigators found inside a truck could make or break the case of a suspected serial killer, but jurors must decide whether the search of Juan David Ortiz's truck was legal.
That was the testimony this morning in the quadruple murder case of 4 sex workers believed killed by the former Border Patrol agent. Erica Hernandez was in the courtroom as jurors heard why his testimony thinks what was found in the truck, including ladies' purses, should not be part of the evidence.
Good afternoon, David and Ursula. Well, right now, the court is in a lunch recess, but it was earlier this morning we heard from Texas Ranger and lead investigator in this case, E.J. Salinas. It was during cross-examination. Now, a big part of the defense's questioning revolved around if Salinas, during the interrogation, promised Ortiz anything. Salinas says he didn't. As they moved on, the defense focused on the search done on Ortiz's white Dodge Ram, questioning if it was done correctly since a search warrant wasn't obtained.
Did you open the door to the truck?
I did, but I had probable cause.
Now, inside the truck was an empty holster, 2 guns, and 2 purses. This line of questioning from the defense is all a part of their belief that an improper search was done on the vehicle and that they should have never interviewed Ortiz because he stated in the beginning of the video he didn't want to give a statement. Now, it seems like the state is getting close to wrapping up their case. That could happen as early as this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and then we will see if the defense will be putting any witnesses on the stand. Live at the Kidena Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Erica. And another trial is about to begin, this one for the shooting and killing of a law officer who was trying to subdue the man who was running from police. That man allegedly shot and killed Chucky, a Bexar County Sheriff's Office canine. 42-year-old Matthew Mireles is facing 4 charges, including aggravated assault of a public servant, stemming from this violent chase back in January of 2019. It started in Karnes County when police tried to pull Mireles over for a routine traffic stop. He refused and started a 30-minute chase that ended here in Bexar County near 1604 and 151. When Mireles did stop, deputies had deployed Chucky, this canine, to subdue him, and that's when the 5-year-old dog was shot and killed. Mireles had several outstanding warrants, including one for DWI.
Also this noon, the search continues for a missing University of Houston student. He was last seen at Canyon Lake on Friday night. Officials say 22-year-old Amir Ali told his friends he was going for a walk, but he never made it back to camp. Since then, more than 30 of Ali's loved ones have come all the way from Houston to help try and find him. Canines, boats, drones, all part of the search efforts. So far, only Ali's phone, wallet, and some clothes found near the water have been recovered. If you have any information that can help find Amir, you're asked to call the Comal County Sheriff's Office. That number there on your screen, 830-620-3400.
A string of unrelated fires keeping crews busy this morning. We're going to start on the east side near I-10, where 2 dogs had to be rescued from a burning home. This fire started a little after 4 in the morning. The home destroyed. Investigators calling the fire suspicious, but they haven't yet said why.
And some folks downtown got an early morning wake-up call after a fire started at the Robert E. Lee Apartments on West Travis Street near Main and North Flores. Crews say a bed was on fire on the 6th floor. Everyone was evacuated from the building, and firefighters got the flames knocked out pretty quick. Right now, it's not clear what sparked the fire or how much repairs will cost.
The cleanup now underway after another fire, this one at a home on West South Cross Boulevard, not too far from South Zarzamora. Crews are saying that the home was abandoned, no one hurt here, and it's unclear what sparked the flames here as well.
A food truck robbery leads to a shooting overnight. It happened just after midnight on the West Rector Drive outside of a bar on the north side near North Star Mall. San Antonio police say a man dressed in all black robbed the person running the food truck. The victim tried chasing the suspect around a building, but the suspect ended up shooting that victim. That person was taken to the hospital. Police say the robber got away with cash. And a witness to a shooting on the stand today in the trial of white former police officer Aaron Dean, who shot and killed a black woman, Atatia Jefferson, through her black window. The high-profile story sparked protests back in 2019. ABC's Em Nguyen tells us the first witness called Jefferson's young nephew, who was at home with her.
The former Fort Worth police officer accused of shooting and killing a black woman in her own home in 2019, now standing trial.
This is not a self-defense case. This is murder.
As soon as Aaron enters the backyard, he sees a silhouette in the window. Aaron sees that silhouette in the window, and that silhouette has a firearm.
It was early October when Aaron Dean was called to 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson's house after a neighbor reported to the non-emergency line that her doors were open.
It's not normal for them to have put the doors open this time of night.
Inside, then 8-year-old Zion Carr, who says he was playing video games with his Aunt Tay when she heard a noise and got her gun to investigate.
Pointed up, she just kept it next to her, like on her side.
The defense pushing the now 11-year-old on that key testimony.
When we talked before, you said that you did kind of pull the gun up a little bit. Do you remember that?
Zion saying his aunt had cracked open the door after they had cooked burgers. This body cam footage showing Dean approaching the back of the home, never identifying himself before shooting Jefferson through her window. Zion saw her fall to the ground.
I see my auntie crying, so I thought it had to be something serious.
The defense arguing the officers were treating the situation like a potential robbery in progress. Dean has pleaded not guilty. The other officer who was at the fatal shooting took the stand today. As for the jury, it consists of 8 men and 6 women. None are black. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Happening today, finding the root of why you or someone you love is depressed at this time of the year. It's our latest KSAT community event I'm going to be hosting to find out why seasonal depression happens. And we're going to take a look at the signs to look for. Also, how to ride the emotional highs and lows. I'll be joined by mental health care professionals. The town hall beginning this afternoon at 2 p.m. We are live streaming on KSAT12. 'Tis the season, of course, for some happy things as well. In the midst of the holiday season, so many people need our help, and we can offer it. The Kettle campaign with the Salvation Army does just that. Max Massey and Sarah Spivey rang the bell throughout the morning and explained how your donations do make a huge difference.
'Tis the season to step up and help out. Take a look. We are here at the Brook City base, Walmart, and trying to raise as much money as we can through the Red Kettle campaign. Joined here with Brad. So, Brad, how does this all work?
Well, this kettle you're looking at right now is the Team KSAT kettle that's part of our Parade of Kettles competition. So I think KSAT is number 4 right now. We want to get that up to number 1 today. But this supplements the Red Kettle campaign, which is very important for the Salvation Army. It raises much needed funds for all of our programs that help families with shelter, food, clothing throughout the year. And the big need right now is we need more bell ringers. We always need more donations, but we also need more bell ringers. So you can volunteer some of your time and go to salvationarmysatx.org and click register to ring and sign up as an individual or a group.
All right, Brad, thank you so much. And of course, we have our own Sarah Spivey here. So, Sarah, why are you out here?
Well, I am out here because the Christmas spirit is all about giving, and the Salvation Army is a wonderful way to give. You know, and also with the times too, we can give electronically. So we've got links to our QR code. You can donate online. Please do. It is the season of giving after all.
See the bell?
Look at this genuine article right here.
There we go. Any questions, just head to KSAT.com. Guys, back to you.
And the skies are beginning to clear. We're going to see some sun this afternoon. The question is, how warm will it get? We're already seeing some 80s on the map. We'll take a look at the forecast coming up.
Also coming up, the UTSA Roadrunners getting ready for a history-making showdown in Florida. More on their bowl matchup with head coach Jeff Traylor coming up in sports.
Young people in the community cultivating some new appreciation for nature and boosting their leadership skills too. We're going to show you how after the break. Helping young people of color connect with the outdoors. It's the goal of a local nonprofit.
And it's already had an impact on hundreds of students, not only in San Antonio, but all across the country.
Tiffany Huerta shows us how this organization not only inspires students to care about nature, it also helps them sharpen their leadership skills as well.
We've been able to impact over 400 youth, connecting them to sometimes their first kayaking trip, their first state park visit, sometimes their first national park visit.
Since 2019, the nonprofit Black Outside Inc. has been reconnecting African American youth to the outdoors through different experiences.
Part of our work and our reason why is we realized the outdoors isn't as diverse as our beautiful state of Texas. So here in Texas, only 1% of Texas state park participants identify as Black or African American, and we're working to hopefully help change those numbers by reconnecting Black youth to the outdoors through our programs.
The nonprofit is inspiring a new generation of outdoor explorers. This year, more than 200 kids participated in the different programs. One of the programs is Camp Founder Girls.
It's actually America's first historically Black summer camp for girls. Started here in San Antonio in 1924.
Director of the camp, Natalie Masters, says the camp focuses on uplifting and empowering young girls.
Parents have shared with us how they see their child being more confident, really embracing their personality and being unapologetic in who they are.
The nonprofit also has a year-round program for boys.
And Brothers with the Land, that's for high school Black boys, an opportunity for them to connect with the outdoors and do leadership development activities.
The organization is currently accepting applications for this program, and they hope to inspire more kids next year.
We have so many beautiful nature spaces, and we have our beautiful river that connects our city, right? So we're super inspired, I should say, to really grow our work here in San Antonio and across Central Texas.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
Outside with live cam. Man, this looks like yesterday. If the traffic wasn't moving, I would think it was just a still shot from
but if you move around TransGuide cameras, we actually saw blue sky and sun happening.
Where?
And if you look real close there, just to the left of the live cam, there, top right.
Wait,
I saw some blue sky.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it may just happen. It will happen. I think we're going to see a little bit of sun this afternoon, but it's going to be warm and humid. I'll warn you there. If you're not a fan of that in the month of December, we've got pretty much a week of it ahead. The aquifer dropped big time today. It's down 1.2 to 630, actually 637.3 is today's number. And in your pollen count, molds are high there at 1,580. They jumped back up today. We have a look at that 7-day forecast, which, yes, does include some warm temperatures coming up.
We're sitting here during the commercial break fighting over
Well, there's a lot of stuff going around.
Who's feeling worse?
Molds jump up today, and that's migraine mold level
Give
right
us some
there.
good news. Come on, Justin.
I'm going to try. But the amount of sniffling and sneezing going on right now.
It's like cold
Not just
and
in here,
flu
but
weather.
everywhere, newsroom, all around San Antonio. It just seems to be going around. Yes, molds have jumped back up today. That could be part of the problem. Also, it's been humid, and I know we've had some fluctuations here in the weather, but this week's going to actually be pretty consistent. It's going to be warm and humid most every day. We're going to see situations like this. As we look at the satellite picture, a lot of clouds, and then in the afternoon, the sun starts to peek out. We are seeing that as we speak. The TransGuide camera is revealing some sun shining through on the southeast side, and the satellite picture confirms that. More clouds, though, as you go west. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Uvalde, Hondo, you're still cloudy. You may stay cloudy. It's going to be San Antonio and southeast that get the sun and some of these warmer numbers. Look at that. We're already up to 80 in Gonzales, 80 in Pleasanton. So you will be above that mark later today. Could even see some mid-80s in some cases. Here in town, we're still in the 70s, but we've jumped up to 76 now with a little bit of sun at Stinson, 75 at Randolph, and 72 right now at the airport. 68 Boerne Stage, 70 in Comfort, still cloudy up there. And there you go. Starting to see the sun at the airport, right on cue. 72 degrees, dew point is at 66, south-southwesterly winds at about 8. That came after some morning fog and drizzle, by the way. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We'll call it mostly cloudy, although at times I think this afternoon we could go partly cloudy. Temperatures mid to upper 70s here in San Antonio, a few places closing in on 80. And then the clouds fill back in tonight, and we do this all over again. Drizzle, fog, damp start to your commute on your Wednesday. And oh, by the way, we'll do it again on Thursday. That's what I mean by just kind of stuck in this pattern because it's going to happen over and over again. And look at these high temperatures this week. 77, 79, 79, 78. You get the idea. All above average. Our average this time of year is 65. So warm and humid to boot. As we look at where places are that have seen freezing temperatures, it's been mainly the hill country. So this map's kind of a crude representation, but it gives you the idea of areas that have already seen a freeze so far this season. That does not include San Antonio, although northwestern parts of Bexar County have touched close to freezing or down to freezing in November. Bernie, Kerrville, Bandera, Hondo, Lakey, Rock Springs, Fredericksburg, Blanco, all areas that have seen a freeze so far this season, but it still has not happened here in San Antonio. And now we are kind of behind the average. So November 30th is the average first freeze, and we're not there, and it's certainly not in the forecast. These cold temperatures not happening yet. If you were curious, though, these numbers are kind of all over the board. San Antonio's latest first freeze, March 8th, 1932. So we can go all the way into March before seeing freeze in some seasons. So we'll see how this one plays out. We've got a lot left, a lot of winter left, and there's always the potential for huge blasts of cold air, but it's just not in the forecast right now. We do notice there are some showers across West Texas. Those are pretty light, and they'll stay to the north. So places like San Angelo, Midland, Odessa, Abilene, they can get a little bit of rain today. I don't anticipate seeing any of that here. As we look at the upper level pattern, we continue to get disturbances working across the country, but they're all moving up and over us. That ridge we talked about yesterday just keeps nudging north, and it's really keeping everything away. I think as we get into next week, we may get a storm system that gets close enough to push a front through that would give us some rain chances and maybe cool us down some, but nothing here in the short term. 79 Wednesday, 79 Thursday, 78 Friday, as we said earlier. Mostly cloudy every day, morning drizzle and fog, at least through Thursday, and then some very small rain chances Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
A former Road Runner now leading the NFL in interceptions. We've got that for you coming up. And a local coach stepping up to a bigger job at another local school. Check him out at his new digs coming up. Hey, nothing better than a trip to Florida in December, especially for the UTSA Road Runners. They're headed to Orlando, where they will face the Troy Trojans in the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl to kick off the bowl season on December 16th. These two teams are both ranked in the college football playoff, with UTSA number 25, Troy number 24, both coming into this game at 11-2. Coach Jeff Traylor, who has now won back-to-back Conference USA titles, was asked if he likes the idea of taking on a team with the same record and same 10-game winning streak.
No, that's not true. I'd like to play somebody not very good, and I'd like to win. No, I'm not that guy. I want to play somebody not good, just to be honest with you. So, no, I don't want to play those guys. But we're excited about it. I'm a competitor on that aspect, yes. But, no, if I had my druthers, I'd play the 5-7 team that got in on their whatever it might have been.
All right, Jeff, come on now. And with Stein headed to Oregon, Traylor promoted Justin Burke to co-offensive coordinator. And speaking of UTSA, look who's leading the NFL in interceptions. Former Road Runner Tariq Woolen. He picked off his 6th pass on Sunday in the Seahawks' 27-23 win over the Rams. The rookie got a little emotional during his press conference, where it took him back to draft day when he didn't go until the 5th round, finally selected by Seattle at 153rd.
Man, I think it's a blessing. I remember just on draft day, just sitting sitting in the living room a little bit. I don't want to get too emotional, but I just remember sitting in just in front of my family, just getting calls from different people, and I was just embarrassed because, I always think there was a team getting called, 'cause I was just hearing different stuff. I'm just happy to get my name called, and it's just a blessing, honestly, and I'm just happy I'm here.
Definitely taking advantage of it. For the first time since Texas State made it official that UIW's G.J. Kinney is their new head coach. Kinney is speaking out about it. Before their big win on Saturday, Texas State confirmed Kinney would succeed Jake Spittle as the Bobcats' new head coach after 4 seasons in San Marcos.
The Texas State one was the one I wanted, and I'm happy I was able to get that one and start this new journey when I get done here.
And Texas State posted this on social media. Coach Kinney's first look at his new office in Bobcat Stadium. But first, he's got some unfinished business to attend to here in San Antonio. And the Texas Longhorns will face the Washington Huskies in the 30th annual Valero Alamo Bowl, December 29th in the Alamo Dome. This is going to be the Horns' 6th trip to the Alamo Bowl. They have a 4-1 record. Their most recent appearance back in 2020 when the Horns lit up Colorado 55-23. And for the Huskies, this is their 2nd appearance. Their first was against Baylor, that historic shootout back in 2011, 67-56.
We didn't get to go to a bowl game last year. We didn't earn it. So to earn a bowl a bowl bid this year. I think it's great for them as well that they get this experience against a really good opponent.
We got a lot of experienced staff and have a good feel of what the team needs to continue to improve and be ready on December 29th.
Kickoff between number 20 Texas, number 12 Washington will be at 8 o'clock on December 29th and will be broadcast nationally once again on ESPN. And how about this? This is awesome. Major League Baseball is showing their support for Uvalde. Take a look at this tweet. The MLB says this year's Winter Meetings charity auction will benefit the establishment of a new Boys and Girls Club in Uvalde. According to their website, the campaign will be led by the Texas Rangers and Houston Astros. Awesome for Major League Baseball to do that for Uvalde.
Really is.
Yep.
All right, coming up next, researchers think they found a way to slow the progression of dementia and cognitive decline and why hearing aids are part of their plan.
And children's painkillers are in high demand. In some communities, it's leading to empty store shelves. 3 alternatives for parents caring for a sick child in the next half hour.
It's been more than a year since the start of the supply chain issues. Now inflation affecting us all, and that includes things that bring us joy, like toys. We're going to check in with a local toy store to see how they're holding up against the challenges this holiday. It's at 5 o'clock after Entertainment Tonight.